Welcome back, everyone. Today's episode is going to be on bias. Bias is a very important concept for this model. We want to be on the same side as our higher time frame order flow, and it helps narrow the focus to only search for a specific entry function. Bias for me always comes from the daily chart. I do not obtain bias from any other chart. The way I form bias is through the understanding of the relationship of internal versus external. Internal equals FVGs. External equals swing highs or swing lows. When price is located at one of these locations, I look for price to move to the opposite location. For example, external swing lows and internal bullish FVGs are places I look for a bullish bias. External swing highs and internal bearish FVGs are places I look for a bearish bias. We do not need to overcomplicate it. There is clarity in simplicity. We do not want to get lost in information overload by trying to use too many concepts. Now let's define these concepts on the chart. Let's point out the internal and external locations. The first location is an external location. You can see the swing low that was formed here. Price is currently located at an external location because it is sweeping this swing low. This is a defined swing low because it has higher lows on each side of it. Now, understanding the relationship between internal and external, we need to look for an internal location. As you can see here, there is a bearish FVG that has yet to be tested. This would be your internal location. Understanding the relationship between internal and external, I would have a bullish bias thinking that price is currently located at an external location, therefore the next location it would move to is internal. Let's see what happens. Now that price has reached its internal location, I would then begin analyzing bias again. Understanding the relationship between internal and external, I would need to define our next external location. As you can see here, during the move higher, price created a new swing low. It is a swing low because it has higher lows on each side of it. Seeing that price is currently located at an internal location, understanding the relationship between internal and external, my next bias would be a bearish bias, thinking that price needs to move internal back to external. Let's see what happens. Now that you have seen multiple examples of how to create a bias, there are a few points that we need to speak about. First, bias always comes from the daily chart. Second, when we execute, we only look for entry functions that are aligned with our bias. Third, when we execute, if there are no entry functions aligned with our bias, then we do not take any trades. Now that wraps up our episode on bias. If you have found today's episode to be helpful, please give the video a like and